right now there's a need for different generations to sort of create alliances in order to solve some of the biggest challenges in societies. Do you have any strategies about or on your own teams?
Yes, so we are really big believers in what's called the grandmother hypothesis, which is something that came from cultural anthropology. And the question arose to anthropologists, why are there grandmothers? Because they no longer have a reproductive function in the Darwinian sense, yet they cost additional food and effort from a tribe. So you would think that tribes that did not have grandmothers, namely that people would die at like age 30 or 40, would propagate much more rapidly and be more successful than people who would live until their 60s or 70s. And of course, it's the opposite. And it turns out that grandmothers have the cultural knowledge. They know which herbs and plants in the forest are good for curing diseases. They know things that took decades to acquire that knowledge. And that's the reason why in our genes we're designed to live many decades past our reproductive age, because our grandparents have this cultural knowledge that's of immense survival value. So in our own company, United Therapeutics, we have a whole floor that we call the grandparents floor. And when people want to retire because they've reached 60 or 65 or 70, we say to them, hey, if you want to retire, that's great, but keep your card key or security key to get into the building. Keep your email, and here's an office, and we invite you to come and hang out in your office and come down to the canteen wherever you want, because there are people in their 20s, 30s, and 40s who will not only value, who will treasure the knowledge that you acquired over the past few decades.
Oh, for sure. That's a great idea. More companies should.
Well, it's evolution's idea.
Right.